哥，请你下车。
Okay. I haven't experienced the loss of a loved one close to me.
I count 3. 1, 2, 3.
When I attend funerals, I go in with a little bit of hesitancy.
Move it.
Okay. Because that kind of gets me quite emotional. I always imagine myself in their shoes and think how would I process such grief or loss as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So when does the work of a funeral director actually start?
Our work actually starts the moment we receive the call. Only when a CCOD is issued, then we are able to collect the body.
Then what happens if there is no next of kin?
If there's no person handling, we'll do it for free. I will happily do it for them. If they really come to you for help, then you reject them, they'll be at a loss. I can't find myself rejecting them when they are desperately asking for help.
So these are instructions that they requested.
Yes.
Okay.
So whenever we collect the deceased, okay, always identify the tag that we put on the wreath. The purpose of this tag is to make sure that we always get the right person from the embalming room. For this case, because there's no wake being held, so there's no need to do embalming. Hold it firmly, move over. Lay down without dragging. We always have to imagine that the deceased is standing right beside us, looking at how we treat his body. Clean the small edges also. We must treat them with the same respect that we are treating a living person.
I'm not very great with being around funerals and death and all that. So yeah, I don't know how y'all do this every day.
Put yourself in the shoes that you're helping them and you'll be fine.
I think when you said that, I was okay. If I put myself in their shoes, then it makes me feel even more. So yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. I didn't expect to, but yeah. I was very nervous coming to this, so because I was I'm mindful of so many things I need to take note, and I hope that this person has a good send-off. Yeah. So I just put it at the side here.
Okay, now you have to imagine that the deceased is sitting there, so his position, how will it be? So we have to ask the family if the deceased is a right-hander. Right? If it's right-hander, then usually the chopsticks on the right, then it's here.
Okay.
Right, good. So you place the mug with the water. Usually we ask the deceased what they like to drink, and then we will offer. So in this case, the deceased drinks plain water most of the time. Turn the handle inside, inwards. Yes.
Okay.
So to symbolize that we let the deceased drink.
Okay.
Okay.
Has there been any incident that you've encountered where you didn't pay attention to details?
Many years back, when I first started handling funeral cases, and during my first case, so what happened was that at the Catholic funeral, the altar, right, we need to place a pair of candles to symbolize the light of Jesus. And then we have to have a name tag to display the deceased name. So actually I missed out on these details.
Okay.
I was reprimanded very badly by the family members because they trust me a lot to do a proper funeral for their loved ones. So next is the joystick urn.
Is it this one?
Yes. Right in the center. And then all these just bring over.
This.
Put
Put it
by
at
the
the
side.
side.
Yes. If you make a mistake, you cannot say that, next time I will do better on it. You're not able to do a second time. So it is up to our own integrity to make sure that everything is done properly for them. Okay? We are all ready to receive the deceased already. One, two, up. Shift over slowly. Open up the cloth. Take it out. 1, 2, 3, up. Okay, so for over here, and then you move in to cover.
Okay.
Watch your steps. Lift up again. Okay. She take care of you since.
Yeah, she take care of my things. So, but then I think over the years, we kind of like grew apart a little. It was a little regretful lah. Yeah.
Because tomorrow we'll be conducting a farewell ceremony for a family where we'll help you all to express words of love and words of gratitude. So, would you like to pen down your words to her?
Personally, for you, what is the significance of like a week?
When a person passes away, their family will need time to say their goodbye. And we also use this chance, right, to help them to say their goodbye. In the Asian context, it's very difficult to express your love by words to your parents or your elders, right? Of course, if you can read out yourself. But if you feel that you prefer me to read for you, you can write your message down and send it to me. I'll be the funeral MC to read out your words and your heartfelt words and feelings to her. Once you express your feelings, your love, right, it actually helps you to grieve better. Because traditionally, it's focused more on the chantings, or the religious proceedings. Then, upon chants, a chance upon like how the Taiwanese did their so-called farewell ceremony. It's very touching and very, very meaningful.
What part of it was meaningful to you?
Usually when the grieving families, they offer like prayers, they didn't know what is the meaning of doing all this. But I feel that if we are able to give all this gesture a meaning with some words of blessing, we actually makes the whole thing more meaningful.
So actually hearing all these stories that the deceased family members have shared about their loved ones, does it actually make you reflect on your own life?
With regards to family and children, I would say that, yeah, I also want to teach my children to be more expressive of their love.
Okay.
Yeah. The main thing is about saying gratitude in time, right?
Do you practice this within your like relatives and to your parents as well?
To the elders, not easy lah. The greatest thing that I can relate is that the expression of love is not only by words. It's not like those big actions that they do for you, special days. Like for my grandmother, after I got married, I moved out on my own, right? So I only go back and visit once per week, every Saturday. And she knows that I love to eat curry chicken. So every Saturday when I go back, she'll definitely cook curry chicken for me. Everyone expresses love differently. It's about whether you take time to realize that. Yeah.
Could we do better to realize it sooner?
I think life is about going through the journey, going through the experiences, then slowly mature, then we realize. And that's the beauty of life, right? It's full of surprises. 尊敬的各位长辈、各位亲友、各位邻里乡亲，非常感谢大家在百忙之中抽出宝贵的时间，为我们敬爱的老先生。
You see yourself playing the same role in helping the families realize this journey of impact that the deceased have made in their lives?
In a way, there are always other family members around. And it also serves as a good reminder to realize that, all these are the gestures of love that we didn't realize before.
Have you ever conducted a funeral for your loved one or anyone in your family?
Yeah, my grandmother. Growing up in a traditional family, you don't really express like your love and your feelings verbally. That was the only chance and the last chance before we sent my grandmother off for cremation. On the last day, we managed to express our heartfelt thoughts and words to her. In fact, I told her a few hours before she passed away, but I just feel that, we love her so much. Those words were not enough, so I just wanted to say again.
I think going through this whole experience kind of painted a new perspective of how we need to tell people what we want to tell them. While we can honor them in their death, I feel that all these words will be much better appreciated while they are still living.
Whenever we do things, they tell you to begin with the end in mind. So you should think that the greatest project that we have is life.